It's a poison. That doesn't help the stress level. No, don't do it. Get a grip. This stupid video I just showed you. I almost stroked out and died over it. You're watching a different show. You donkey. You ain't a captain of nothing but a sinking ship. Don't do this to me, Harry. The Ohio State. It's Ohio State. What do you mean, the? 312-988-15.
Hello?
You tell Johnny all you've heard and seen. Sometimes it's good to just yell about football. Yeah, that's right. And you get a flag. And you get a flag. Oh, another good play. You get a flag. Oh, it's like Oprah in her prime giving stuff away up on stage. And you made a play. You get a flag. That's a 15-yarder. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable what's going on. And if you're asking, yes, it's a victory do-rag. It's a victory do-rag. So thanks for being here, everybody. The stress level, the stress level of what this all was doesn't match the result, if that makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Notre Dame went, like if you missed the game, you're at your grandma's funeral and then you come back and you look at the final score, you're like, oh, boring, nothing to see here, easy Notre Dame win, like whatever, keep it moving. It just felt a lot harder to earn and more stressful than the end result. And there's going to be things people are going to nitpick other than just the refereeing, which was genuinely unbelievable, quite frankly, unbelievable. Should you just be glad you got this win that ended up looking lopsided and be glad you're not Penn State? I don't know what's going to happen in the Florida game yet, but like if you look around the country and you look at what happened around the country, you could be in a lot worse place than having a win there and being frustrated about it. So I see all sides of this. Should have had at least 42 points. You should have been up 28-0, 28-3, 28-7, something like that early. A lot of missed opportunities. CJ Carr didn't have his sharpest afternoon. I think that was readily apparent. He was not on his absolute sharpest game. But you got to like what Notre Dame's defense is doing. Do you not? Like, I think that's a big takeaway is Notre Dame's defense is starting to fly around a little bit. They're starting to look like they're playing more freely, more downhill. There's a lot of, they're starting to look more like what we're used to a Notre Dame team looking like, with the aggression, flying downhill, feeling like the freedom to go fly around and make plays, slapping downhill, having a little extra juice. I think there's a lot to like there. And so I think it's fair to say CJ Carr had an off day, not his sharpest. He left some touchdowns out there. I think that's fair. The officiating was bizarre. That's a part of this weird, the choppy nature of this game, how it felt weird and choppy and awkward kind of. And you have that. And it's just, I think you be glad the defense did good again, and then you take this tough win and you move on. And you're looking at, Penn State loses. I already saw that one. Penn State loses. So like imagine that nightmare of all that they went through last week and then this. This might be one of those weeks where you take your frustrations and you keep them in your mind, but you're like, look at what we did. We ended up winning the game. It could be a lot worse. Maybe it's one of those days, you guys. But I think, Price and Love, I mean, it's unbelievable. Enjoy it the rest of the year while you can. Enjoy it the rest of the year while you're watching this, while those two guys are there together. Because it really is a beautiful thing to see. And they get a lot of yards you don't see on their own fighting. I mean, it's unbelievable what those guys do. So I don't know what to tell you, man. That afternoon window had all sorts of drama and upsets and teams that were huge favorites struggling. My takeaway is CJ Carr was going to have an off day where he didn't hit every pass at some point. It may as well be here where you got a margin because the defense played decent and you end up winning the game. You take it, you move forward. And you say Notre Dame can win even if CJ isn't spot on point. And you just take it and run with it. And I want to give Boise credit too, man. That's just a tough culture program. It's just in their DNA to be a pain in the ass, never quit, fight, play hard. I respect the hell out of the culture of Boise State's program. And what I'm most impressed about is it doesn't seem to matter who the coach is. It doesn't seem to matter who the coach is. The culture remains of like hard-nosed, tough, never give up, going to fight till the end. I give Boise a ton of credit, man. I'm so impressed with their culture. And I'm not just saying that because we won and now I'm in a good mood. I said that going into the game as well about that. It's unbelievable. And it's like, oh, look, Notre Dame finally didn't play a Power 4 opponent and you played them, right? Like the best program there's been outside of that parameter you played. So those guys are tough, man. Those guys are tough. And again, you gotta like it. Notre Dame got a tough, hard-fought win at home, cross it off the list. All you could do now is what you did. Get a win, cross it off the list, and move on. And now you can I know what I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to record the Miami-Florida State game, so when I'm done with my work, I can watch that. And then late night, 1, 2 in the morning, you know what I'm doing? I'm watching Penn State YouTube shows. That's it. That's what I'm doing. So that's going to be really, really interesting. Let me know what's happening with the Florida game, you guys. I was tempted to start a few minutes late to see what was happening with the Florida game. Let me know how that's going. Before I even do my introduction or anything, I'm going to do this. Mentions James Franklin's big record. Telling you guys. Remember in the summer, remember all of the early top 25 lists that had Penn State number one. And on the morning show, we were saying, how can you put them number one when they've never proven they could beat a good team ever? You could like them all you want. You could mention everyone they had returning. They've never won a big game against anybody, and you picked them number one, which inherently means you think they're going to start magically doing that. And you gave them that without even making them prove it. I love all this. And all those Penn State people, it's one of the weirdest fan bases with low class. I'm glad this is happening to them. I can't wait to watch all the stuff tonight when I'm done with everything. Get my little popcorn, and I'm going to sit there and I'm just going to watch them seethe on the internet the way they all watch me when I lose my mind when we don't do our damn job. So I'm glad to see them go down. I hope Florida ends up holding on. Clark Lee doing a good job at Vanderbilt. That's a good program now. Good job. So good day to be a Notre Dame guy. You got that. I'm telling you, that win felt way more stressful than it ended up being. And let's start with this. Why does Notre Dame let the opposing, this isn't just about today. Why does Notre Dame let the opposition bring their refs to our place to screw us in our own building? I have asked that my whole life. Why Notre Dame lets the conference refs from the opposition come and ref in our building all these years? Why? And if you're going to say, well, we're not in a conference, so what do you do or whatever? You're telling me there's not an ACC crew that's off that week? They all rotate. You're telling me there's not an ACC crew that's off that is neutral then and it really doesn't have any dog in the fight? Or you can't find an off crew from another major conference to bring in? Like I'm sorry, but over the decades, you start saying you're being way too hospitable to the enemy. They're letting them do that over and over. I've always hated it. So good day to be a note. People are saying it was the ACC. Everybody else was saying it wasn't the ACC. Somebody look that up because I want to know. Somebody told me it wasn't the ACC. Tell me if it was or not. I want to get this right. I want to get it right. But Notre Dame had way too many penalties, even with the refs getting crazy, way too many penalties. Sloppy and choppy through a lot of this game with all the flags and everything. Real choppy and sloppy through parts of it. You just need to be glad Notre Dame did what they did and won the game. And the defense is looking better. And you know Carr's going to have sharper days. And you keep it moving. Good day, man. Good day. So let's do the introduction, a couple super chats, and then we'll give it to the calls. And then we'll all go watch, we'll watch the night games. Thanks for being here. As always, you can find the program on YouTube. Do hit subscribe if you haven't yet. Appreciate it very much. Give the video a thumbs up. That helps Yanni out as well. Notifications on that way you don't miss a thing. Twitter, search bar Always Irish or at Always Irish Inc. Emails alwaysirishnd@gmail.com. Audio only anywhere you want it. You can get it if you don't want to see my face. I'm telling you right now, there's a fly in here. There's a fly in here, and it looks to be the size, and it has the behavior of a rabid bat. I'm just telling you, this fly is this damn big. I think I see the thing foaming at the mouth. Looks like a bat down here. Halloween's coming early in Johnny's basement. The call-in lines, 312-988-15. Dial it up. Tell me all you've seen and heard. I just messed that up backwards. I don't care. Notre Dame on SI. You could read all about it. Patreon.com/AlwaysIrish. Promo code CAR. Link below. You're going to get the offensive breakdown, the defensive breakdown, every single play. Every single play. You're going to be able to see what's happening. You're going to see it. All right. Let's do a couple of these chats. And then we'll get to your calls. Tom, John, I don't think in my 32 years of life, 33 on Monday, happy birthday, coming off a win. I've seen a game where there's a flag every other play. Utter ridiculous. I'm glad it's over. It was real choppy and a frustrating watch for what the score ended up being. I'm glad it's over. And the refs, you're doing too much, bro. You're doing too much. Somebody's saying they think it was from the Mountain West. I want to verify what somebody, Chat GPT or whatever, look at Google, whatever it is, to see that. Yeah, look at ND rules. You know exactly what is always going to piss me off. I can't wait to hear more about the quarterback named after baseball players. Yeah, I know. It's just like, let's bring the enemy in and then do our little special goofy pieces highlighting the enemy and their family and everything. And then I'm surprised it isn't zoom in on their mom for 9 hours or whatever. It's just, I don't care that all the kids' names are after pitchers. I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? He's not even our player, so I double don't care. Here's his brother, Randy Johnson Maddox. Who cares? Do you remember when Randy Johnson split that bird's wig with that sidearm 98-mile-an-hour pitch in spring training? You tell me you remember that. Poof. Looked like a magic trick. Poof. Yeah, somebody said there was too many deep shots, and then some people are saying CJ just missed them. He didn't have his best day, folks. And you need to be prepared for that when you're running a first-time starter out there. He's not going to be on every single day. He had an off day, and you were able to do enough to win anyways. He had a little bit of an off day. That was not his A-level sharpness game. You got to just be glad you got one of those from your rookie in a moment where the rest of the team did good enough to win the game by that margin. That's how I'm looking at it. It's not like, oh my God, he's regressing or whatever. No, this is the normal progression of a guy in his position. There's nothing to be alarmed about. This is the normal progression for a guy in his spot. Be glad he had a B game or whatever against a team you could withstand it against. That's all. The phone lines just got flagged. I'm telling you, Matt. Every single play. Oh, there's first down. Oh, flag. Oh, there's a good clean tackle. Oh, there's a flag. The roughing, bro, here's the problem I have with the roughing. You go, they're on TV, they're like, oh, yeah, man, he fell with his body weight on him or whatever. Yeah, when you dive and tackle somebody, your body's got to fall somewhere. What do you want a guy that big to do? Like, his body weight fell on it. Yeah, when you make a tackle, your body's going to fall somewhere. What do you want him to do? Back flips in the air and magically, unbelievable. $5 holler from Adam. Sloppy, not even close to a playoff team yet. Adam is sitting in the luxury suite, finishing off the shrimp, and he doesn't like what he's seeing. Adam, I'm just glad you're feeling better, buddy. Don't be worrying me with having no medical issues. You made me nervous last night, Adam. Can't have you having any health issues. Donnie White with the $100 howler. I appreciate that. I think Donnie thinks he missed a week and he's hitting me back. Dub, I love you. $10 howler from the rotate. Of course, the offense played bad against a G5 school, but at least the D didn't give away the game. Frustrating to watch. Should have destroyed teams like this. You should have had like 28 points early. If you're hitting and clicking right, you should add probably like 28 points somewhere early on, and you just didn't. Be glad that CJ had a little bit of an off day and you won by this margin. That's my takeaway. $2 howler from Rodney. Stress. The WAP. Penn State lost. I hate James Franklin. He's a clown. Ooh, you thought it was tough last week. It's going to be rough on the old boy now. $20 howler from top. Man, UCLA, they didn't even have a win, did they? Were they not 0-4? They didn't even have a win, bro. $20 howler from Tom Chris. Love seeing you guys at the tailgate. Come to the USC one if you can make it back. Sloppy offense, defense play better. Refs wanted a lot of attention, and we're still on our way to running the table. I'll take the win and keep it moving. Yeah, I think that's the takeaway. $2 howler from Erica. Great win. Finally got Phil's dad to come to a game. Yeah, I've heard it's been 25 years since the guy went to game. Okay, so now you're saying Texas lost as well. This is the kind of thing, I'm going to the calls. This is the kind of thing when you're like, how does Notre Dame ever make the playoff or whatever? There's a lot of games that are going different than we thought. I think everybody thought Penn State bounce back game. You know, UCLA doesn't have a win. You could bounce back from all that misery of last week. I think they totally overlooked it. They're still upset. Look what happened. Now you got a world of problems. And then Texas. So now you got these teams that were supposed to be playoff locks and they each have a couple losses. Right? Those are teams that were penciled into the playoff to start the year. And they both got as many losses as you. So maybe this thing will open up more than anybody thinks. Maybe it'll open up more than we think. $2 howler from Mark. ND breaks. James Franklin, 3 and 3 in the last 6 games. Man, that's just tough. My art barely survived that. Adam, I need you. Ash's defense. They're trying to tighten it up to help out with your ticker, man. $5 howler from Andrew. More is all world. Give Ash his due today. Yeah, they did a good job. I think that is the takeaway. I am not worried about CJ Carr or whatever. This is what happens with the young guy. This is just like one of those little weeks where you're just not in your A+ zone of feel and touch or whatever, man. He's a little off. Nothing to worry about. Really, really good win. Nothing to worry about, man. CJ Carr's going to have some days like this. The defense is starting to fly around and play better, and it's exactly what you want. But, man, it was frustrating, wasn't it? Man, it was frustrating. So I don't know, man, but you could be in a lot worse place this week. That's for darn sure. Andrew, what's going on? 224. We're going to move through them fast. Everybody get to your points. What's up, Andrew?
Hey, what's up, buddy? Man, thanks for taking my call. I think your summary at the beginning was perfect. Was it a comfortable, nice win? Absolutely not. But I really hope that your chat understands that Boise State is not like the typical Mountain West team. They're essentially what, I don't know, like when I grew up, BYU was always a team that was like a group of 5 team that was truly much more than that. And I think that's what Boise is. You know, like I watched that entire game. They came back and just destroyed 3 teams prior to this. And I think that was a totally respectable win. I think the refs were a total joke today. I mean, they were calling literally everything. And so I think that this game proved that Notre Dame's a lot tougher than we ever thought they were. You know, we thought they were kind of a wuss team, but they came out, played a team tough as nails, and they were much tougher. So I appreciate this win a lot more than, I don't know, a lot of people in the chat do. So.
Yeah, I think I absolutely, that's where and you know what, man, I'm looking at the defensive improvement, and it just really does look like they're getting more comfortable and they're flying around now. And they're starting to look a little bit more like what we're used to. It's not good enough, and I know that, but it's getting better, and that's what I was looking for today. And so now they're on a little roll defensively.
Yeah, I mean, we can say they're not good enough, but I mean, Boise was putting up 40 points against. I get it against lesser teams, but I think we made their offense look like a total joke. They had a few nice runs here and there, but I mean, really, just they did absolutely nothing against our defense. It was a very sloppy game, but I think that you and I both know that Notre Dame is due some super sloppy game, and at least it wasn't like a NIU situation or something ridiculous like that. It was still like a thorough victory. I'm happy about this win. I think yeah.
And you know what else, Andrew? It's like, if you want to nitpick and be frustrated with this game or whatever, look at the scoreboard, pull up your ESPN app. You could be in a lot worse. Like it's hard to complain when you could be in a lot worse position, like a couple of teams are in from our window of games. I just think it was a good win, and clean up the penalties and the mistakes. Carr's going to have better days. Keep honing the defense. Keep it moving. You're doing what you need to do, Andrew. Get wins and cross another week off the calendar. That's it. You're doing it.
I totally agree. And I also think that like all week long in your chat, and it's so tempting to do it because there's like these yahoos like who are national analysts, guys like Ari Wasserman and Bud Elliott, who want to already say Notre Dame's not a playoff team. And so everybody's engaging into whether or not Notre Dame is a playoff team. And then my whole sentiment is it's way too early for that. But number two, does Notre Dame deserve to be a playoff team? And like the way that they were playing defense early in the year, they were not deserving. So I was like, I didn't even want to engage in that talk. But if we want to get into that, if we want to actually try to like engage in that talk, well, today was like, I would say the last 2 weeks are the first time their defense showed up and said, maybe they are a playoff caliber team. You know what I mean? Like, so this is improvement to me, because we've seen how good Carr can be. Yeah. Did he miss that fourth down wide open to Pauling?
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. But he also made some good plays too. So, but I think the statement here is that the defense is playing physical. They are not giving up. And if they can play like this going forward, we're going to rout some teams. Yeah. And so, and we'll be right there in the playoff hunt. So I don't care. You know, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to complain about how sloppy this game was, you know, nitpick, you know, Carr and all this other stuff. We covered, we won by 3 scores, and our defense like played tough as nails. And then I don't know how anybody can walk away not saying that Leonard Moore is just like all world. Yeah. Unbelievable. Comes literally, I don't even know if he practiced all week, and he comes out and what did he get, 3 interceptions? I mean, it's just unfreaking believable.
Yeah,
so
good day,
I think
man.
that this is a big step forward.
Yeah.
I think it's a big step forward. I mean, it was not a comfortable win by any means. I think your you know, beginning statement summed it up perfectly. But I think when you take a step back, this is the type of win you need. You win, you advance, and now you got NC State and then USC. So this is the type of defense you want to be playing going into those types of games. So.
Yep. So I'm with you, man. It is, you're going to nitpick when it's your team, and I understand that. But this is a really, really good day.
Trey Ori played his ass off. Unbelievable. We got to protect that guy because, I mean, he really played amazingly. Like, I think that this was almost like a breakout game for Trey Ori.
Yeah. So man, a really, really good day in Notre Dame. And now let's enjoy the rest of these games and whatever else, man. And I'm going to enjoy the end of my night watching Penn State YouTube video. So I got that to look forward to. Andrew, God bless you, my friend. Glad you got to see some baseball. Sorry how it turned out, but it's a fun distraction from football, buddy. You know?
Thanks, John.
Have a good one. Thanks for always being around.
Yeah.
Andrew Gilmore, folks. He's a Padres fan. He was at those Cubs games. He's in Chicago, but he's from San Diego. He was at those games. So yeah, welcome in, everybody. Thanks for jumping in here. This is where I'm at. You're gonna nitpick because you always want to get better and make improvements. Fair, but I'm not complaining about this win. You ended up with that margin. The defense we're all worried about gave up a score, and your rookie quarterback was a little off. That is a great afternoon to be a Notre Dame fan. That is a great, great afternoon. And, you know, if you're all of this playoff, this or that. Are you, do you deserve it? Whatever. I don't think anybody saw some of these other results. Who picked UCLA over Penn State? Like, this is the kind of stuff that happens that makes anything possible if you just keep winning. Because there's going to be more games that nobody even thinks could go a weird way that go a weird way, and games you do think might go weird way that are going to go to weird way. Penalty. Flag. 15 yards. 15 yards. $10 holler from Josh. Hey, we covered the defense is back, baby. That is the best part of this. The absolute best part of this is the Notre Dame defense, man. That's the best part. Main man Martinez is getting in and out. I hope you ain't working today.
No, hey, John, man, I can breathe on this one. Like I tell you, I'm from this neck of the woods, so I can breathe, man. And Andrew and you said it best. It was a good team coming in with the culture that they started 20 years ago, and they're a tough, gritty team. It was good to see our defense improve against it's not a Power 5, but you also see what's happening to the Power 5. They're cannibalizing themselves. And I obviously gave you the records of the SEC teams in the last 20 years. And so I even forgot that Kentucky had a football team, so I didn't even mention them. But, I mean, Boise State, man, the defense looked better, man. They looked better. They looked almost like what we once knew. And you're right. Carr's a freshman. It's expected. He's going to have an off day. And those refs must be more.
Bro, dude, they wanted to make it all about themselves, dude. Like, it was getting ridiculous. But dude, I'm with you though. The defense is the number one storyline here, other than the refs, which is kind of a joke thing or whatever. You got to clean up the penalties. Yeah. But on the field, the main takeaway is Notre Dame's defense is taking a lot of strides in the right direction. And they're looking a lot more like a semblance of the Notre Dame defense we're used to. They're flying around with more freedom, flying downhill. They're making plays. They're being aggressive. It's night and day from how we started the first couple weeks. That is my number one takeaway. The defense continues to make strides in the right direction. That's my number one point.
Yeah, John, I'm going to leave you with two things. I'm going to get right out because I know you got a lot of callers, man. Let's all celebrate. You have to remember, too, and I think we take this for granted as far as you criticize Freeman or you like Freeman, we've criticized Ash. We don't like Ash. We're not like the SEC trash and the Big Ten trash where we get 3 junior high teams to see where our offense or see where our defense is to develop. We don't get that. We automatically go into big games, We automatically go into the biggest games of the year, the beginning of the year, whether it's the beginning or the first little quarter of the year. So maybe this has been what we've been, where the defense has been wanting to be, but obviously it's taken us 5 games to get there, but we don't get those 3 junior high games like the SEC and Big Ten trash.
Yep, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
John. And second, as far as playoff talk, we're Notre Dame, bro. Jalen. Oh God, I forget his last name all the time. The guy that got injured. Said it best. Smith, I think it is. There's 3 brands anywhere in the world that you go. Yankees, Dallas Cowboys, Notre Dame. He played for 2 out of 3. That people are going to recognize him. If we finish 10-2, we're in the playoffs no matter what, bro. You know what I mean? That's just the truth. It's a money thing. Ooh. Notre Dame fans travel well. You know what I mean? So, Johnny, I can breathe. Like I said, I live in this neck of the woods, man. So I knew what was coming. But yeah, man,
good
take nothing away from Boise, but also take.
Yep.
Yeah, good tough win, Johnny. Take nothing away from that, and that's the worst case of Mormon helping Mormon I've ever seen. Bro. Yeah. Hey, Johnny, I love you, man. On to the next caller, man.
Have a good one. Hey, it's always good talking to you, and I got that candle lit for you, so you're all good.
Hey, Johnny, thank you, man. God bless you guys. Love the chat. Onward, Notre Dame.
Have a good one, man. Oh boy, yeah. Did you notice Kent's here? But it's funny. Whenever we lose, my numbers go way up in the post-game show because among the internet, I have a reputation. And so whenever we lose, it's our people that are sad and it's everybody else's people that just want to watch me like just blow my stack. So that always happens. It's hilarious. Kent's in here, but we don't have a lot of trolls. There's certainly not any Penn State people. There's certainly not any big games. James strikes again, other than this wasn't supposed to be a big game. I thought about saying big game, James does it again. It wasn't even a big game. They thought they just had to show up in LA and get a win. Oh, $5 holler. Oh, it's going to be tough for them. It's a proven fact the committee don't watch these games. All they see is ND beating Boise by 21 and covering, celebrate the win and on to NC State. Going right back to the calls. And we're doing a good job. We had one right at 5 minutes, one at 2.5. We're doing good, everybody. I just asked, get it to your points. We can move more people. I could absolutely see the committee if Notre Dame ended up 10-2 and looks good. I could see the committee wanting Notre Dame for the brand and for the TV rating and whatever that can be to promote, but you can't say that because it's supposed to be an analytical exercise. So you can't say that. But I could see them wanting to do that and then saying, when they put Notre Dame in at 11 or 12 or whatever, and then they get asked, why Notre Dame over this team or that team or whatever, they're going to say, first 2 games were really rough against good teams, and Notre Dame's trended up, and they're a different team now than they were then. I could see that playoff director dork getting up there and saying, we look at how they're playing now, and how they're playing now is one of the best teams in the country. If you win 10 in a row and you blow a bunch of people out, I could definitely see that. Here's the other question I have for the Notre Dame crowd here, the Always Irish family. Are we obligated to root for Miami? Canes for life, I see you in here, bro. Notre Dame people, for our benefit, are we required to hope that Miami wins tonight? Between these two schools that we don't like, is that where we're at? I'm fine with it, but it's just hard to wrap your mind around that you could argue you want Miami to go undefeated and kick the crap out of everyone, right? And you want A&M to move their way up the SEC. But I think you're in a position as Notre Dame fan, as much as it hurts you, is you want Miami to be undefeated and be the number one. That's what you want, is them to be the number one undefeated. So I don't like being in a position where you got to root for them, but we put ourselves there because they beat us pretty good, man. It felt like they beat us more than the score, bro. It just did. $5 holler from Benji. So relieved we went to JP after the first half. Love you always, Irish fam. Hey, thanks for being here. Really, really do appreciate it. Really do. Donnie here with the $100 holler. What's going on, Donnie?
Hey, John. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. I'm very, very happy with this win. It was a hard, you knew it was going to be a tough battle. I'm happy with the win, especially when you look at what's going on around the country. Good day for Notre Dame.
Well, they cost me $100. They didn't cover the spread. But anyway, I agree with you, John. You know how I feel about Miami.
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for Miami tonight.
Yeah.
And the other thing, John, I'm going to push back against you, man. I don't like seeing these teams that are 13, 16, and 0 wins beating up on these teams in the top because they're not going to fall that far. We need these teams to keep winning. These teams that are 13 and 16 and 12, they need to lose again so Notre Dame can move up the ladder.
Yeah, well, it depends who it is. There's certain teams we need to lose and certain teams we need to win, right? The two that beat us, you kind of need them to win, right?
Well, yeah, but I was thinking like Indiana a few weeks ago.
Or like Iowa State, right? Like Iowa State losing today helps
right.
Notre Dame. Yeah, like a team that's in the teens.
Oh,
yeah, for sure, man. You do a lot of scoreboard watching when you got 2 losses.
Oh, absolutely, John. I try to play out the scenarios. You know what that stupid committee is going to say and do, which nobody can predict.
Yeah.
But, John, you just said, I don't think that committee really looks at the games. They look at the final scores. And Notre Dame's 2 losses is 4 points. And both those teams are in the top 6 right now.
Yeah.
4 points in the top 6 with a brand new quarterback. I don't know if they take that into consideration or not. I hope they would.
Well,
but,
Donnie, here's what I see. I see the committee has flexibility to use any reason they want to justify their decision. They arrive at a decision and then work backwards to give the reasoning. And whatever they're going to want to do, they're going to want to do. And then from there, they'll backward put together the reasoning for it. And I don't know, but all you could do is go to 10-2 and dare the committee to leave Notre Dame out of going to somewhere with the number 1 seed or something. I dare you to leave them out. Do it.
Yeah, well, you know what they're going to use against us. Well, you don't have a conference championship.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see. But there's going to be a lot of tough 2 and 3 loss teams that are all mushed together, I expect. And the Big Ten and the SEC are going to beat each other around, and it's going to be really interesting. You were going to say something about Carr?
Yeah, Carr, he has really shocked me. I didn't think he would be this long in his progression, or this far in his progression, this far. He's looking way better than Manning.
Yep.
And some of the other quarterbacks, he had a rough day today. He missed some throws, but they were also some tough throws. And a few of those, I think the receivers should have come down with him. And, the penalties, I wasn't upset about the penalties. It was a sloppy game, but at least it was fair. It wasn't 15-3 against Notre Dame. You know what? It ended up like 14-14 each having penalties.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was pretty fair. And I don't mind that as long as it's fair. If it would have been lopsided, I'd have been a little more upset with it.
Yeah.
Hey, the refs want to call a tight game. Call a tight game. As long as it's fair and consistent, and they were.
Yeah. So, Donnie, really good day for Notre Dame. And you got some other unexpected dominoes falling ahead of us in the rankings. You got a really interesting game later tonight. Good week to be a Notre Dame fan. Take the win, cross it off the list, get better, and prepare to host NC State. Good day.
Yeah. What's the situation on Sanchez, man?
I don't know. All I heard that he was in the hospital with an injury, and then I heard that he's getting arrested. So it looked like he was the victim all morning, and then now I'm hearing he's getting arrested for something at the hospital. So I don't know. I haven't had time to look into it.
That's what I just saw, that he's getting arrested. They arrested him in the hospital. It's like, oh my gosh. And of course, it had to be down here in Indianapolis, my neck of the woods. But
man, yeah, that's rough.
Anyway, John, you got to love what Gold and Silver is doing, and I'm out. See you, buddy. Bye.
Have a good one. Take it easy, Donnie. Thanks for the $100 holler, by the way. Really appreciate that. Really do appreciate it. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. 415, Adam, what's going on? If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. What's up?
Johnny boy, here we go again. 2 weeks in a row of just absolute awesomeness, even though there's a lot more that we could look to that I want to be a little bit more crisp on, especially with that start. There was just a couple different things. We drive all the way down the field. We want to punch it in right away. We don't want to get cute. I just want to see this offensive line open it up and have these guys go through and not have to rely on a wildcat or whatever. But I just feel like it's got to be cleaned up a little bit more in the beginning, because when we do get into the playoffs, which I do see us doing, we are going to go probably on the road. We're going to be at a hostile environment. It's going to be a really good team that made it in, and we're going to have to be crisp. We got to make those plays. We can't get the second and third chances. You got to do it on the first time.
Yeah, it's you're right, and it is dangerous. Notre Dame should have like 28 points pretty early in this game or something like. And if you leave a team like this hang around, you're asking for bad things to happen, and you felt like you let them hang around way too long. But big picture, man, really good day overall, and the defense takes another step. I'm not worried about Carr at all. He'll be just fine. The defense took another step, and they look like they're gaining confidence by the week, and I'm here for that.
Yeah, Johnny, the defense was ferocious. They played with tenacity. They ended up just playing with that kind of violence and that absolute just a speed to the ball that we've been looking for and been hearing about all spring and summer. And then finally, it just seems like it was all clicking out there, and it was awesome to see it like come to fruition. Let me say this about Carr. If you go 15 of 23 for 189 yards and 2 touchdowns and 0 turnovers, and that's your off day, I'm in. 1,000,000%. If this is his prototypical bad day
Yep.
where he did miss on that 4th and 8 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was right down the seam, man. If he could have just nailed that, that's a touchdown right there, right? You're talking about these are his off days. I mean, we are looking beautiful. And this is why I'm so hyped up on this, is because when was the last time you and I, or anybody else for that matter, saw the potential of an offense juggernaut like this in Notre Dame?
Yeah.
I mean, it's been forever.
Yeah.
So,
It really is, man.
It's just so awesome, man.
Yeah, and then you look at both those backs, and it's just so fun to watch them work out there and everything that they do. And like, so I mean, my takeaway is simple: the defense keeps tightening up and looking a little bit more like what we've seen before. Not as good, I'm not saying that, but they're clearly getting better and gaining confidence. And what I want, Adam, is I need that to be the vibe trending into USC, right? That is the next big test for this defense. You need to build on what you've done most of the second half of Purdue, and then last week and this week. Build on it next week so you're trending straight up with full momentum and confidence for USC. It all lines up perfectly if you take care of business.
100%. You have the momentum. You have all the gusto. Everything is going your way. You have got to keep that pedal slammed to the floor. There's no let up. I don't care who's in front of us. I don't want anybody looking to the following week or anything like that. It's about who's in front of you right here, right now. Where is it that we can make the improvements? Because Freeman, he's not sugarcoating it. He said it in the post game. He said, hey, look, there's a lot that we need to clean up. And he's 100% right. Is this a huge victory for us? Of course. It's a big one. And this is just showing the potential of this team and the fact that we don't want to waste such a gift of having Love and Price back there right now. So we need to get this together. We have to make this happen now because there is no next year.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. But I'm telling you, it's a good day to be a Notre Dame fan with our score and what the parts of it you like, and then what happened around the country. Like, this is a very, very productive day in the world of Notre Dame football. You got a lot done today, and some of it wasn't even in your game. So this is a huge I hope Notre Dame fans aren't nitpicking this to death. Crack a couple beers, or God forbid, go do something with the family in a good mood for once. Like, whatever you're going to do, this is a good day to be a Notre Dame person. And Adam, I got to tell you, I can hear it in your voice, man. I can tell when you're like depressed or when you're really excited. I just love hearing you be happy with Notre Dame, man. Couple weeks in a row. I like it. I can get used to this.
My man, Johnny, I wear my heart on my sleeve, man. And this is just one of those things where it is all lining up for us. And I appreciate that, buddy.
Bro, you were
up like, hey,
last week you were, no, listen,
down.
Last week you were like a commercial for a generic drug where you were like, we won. And I was tossing my children in the California beach sand in slow motion. And my wife actually talked to me. Like, it was like this generic, you were just like, everything I'm doing is just better now. Like, it was so genuine. Yes. It was so genuine.
And it was awesome, man. And we got to keep that going, buddy. We got to keep that going. She and I are going out on a beautiful day tonight, and it's going to be all smiles, man. This is just a fantastic day. I love seeing big time wannabe tough guy Franklin just go down once again to an 0-4 UCLA. Texas gets taken down in the swamp. We just need Miami. I know, look, I don't like rooting for Miami, but we need them to keep winning. Have Texas A&M beat Mississippi State. Those are our two kind of golden eggs out there that can help us along as we keep doing what we need to do. But just like the Serenity Prayer, man, you got to forget about all the things that have happened, because it's about what it is that you can take care of right here, right now. And that's getting to the film room, that's getting to the practice, and that's making it happen. Hey, buddy. Go Irish. I love you, Johnny boy. I'll talk to you next week.
Have a good one, man. Have fun at dinner. Oh, I could just, he's so genuine. And what I love about him is he's stuck in California. That's what I love about Adam is he's diehard Notre Dame, but he's stuck in a USC world, man. And that's his everywhere around him is USC. So I have an extra soft spot. Spit it out, idiot. A soft spot for any Notre Dame people in a non-traditional Notre Dame area. And Nikki Dean, $5 hour. This was the joke heading into the game. Did anybody else see that Ash's headset was unplugged? Nick was joking about that on Friday morning show. what if we just disconnect? He could talk into the radio, but it's on a different channel wavelength, so nobody hears it, but he thinks he's doing stuff. Whatever they did today did a pretty good job. You could do that again. Whatever you did. Oh, God, that's funny. Adam, it's good to see you, buddy. What do we got? Hey, Johnny and Always Irish family. Sorry I haven't been around this season. I've been battling my health and struggling. It's been a rough road. God bless you all. Love you guys. Hey, man, we're going to get a candle lit for you at the grotto. I can't guarantee it's going to help, but I know it ain't going to hurt. I will send a text when I'm done with this, and somebody on campus will get you a candle, man. Get you a candle lit. It's the least thing I could do. That's the good thing about having friends that are there pretty much 24 hours a day at some point is you can hook that up. All right, let's keep it moving. Rodney, what's going on? If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. What's going on, Rodney?
Hey, what's up, Johnny boy? How you doing, man? I know you're doing a little better than me. I was stressing in that first half, man. It really was. I'd seen that. I'd seen that book before.
Yeah.
I read that book before.
Yeah.
And it was looking like it was going in that direction. I'm like, here we go. But I did think to myself, or will this just be a different team? This will be a different Notre Dame team. They'll start playing like they did last year around this time. And they did. They did in the second half. And Johnny, I'm saying this to be fair, man, because I was hard on them in that first half, man. I was sending you a lot of stuff that was upsetting me text-wise. Before I say anything, though, man, to be fair to both teams, and I mean this, because I do, Johnny, I have a lot of respect for that Boise State team. I like their coach.
Yeah.
You could tell there was a lot of mutual respect between him and at, post-game when they shook hands. You could just feel that. So good for them, man. Good game. Did it not feel like we were watching the modern day NBA out there with the officiating? I mean, it was the most ticky-tack thing. And I mean that for both teams. I'm like, what are you doing calling that an offensive pass interference in that Boise State wide receiver? But they had just called one on Raritan that was equally as egregious.
Yeah, it was bad. It was. You doing
the
too
guy
much.
hit him hard, but he literally did everything he possibly could. You can even tell as he's tackling him, his arms lower to protect the quarterback.
Yeah, it was.
He literally was protecting the quarterback with his tackle. He hit him hard, but what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, it was bad. I'm just
terrible.
glad. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad you got the win. I'm glad the defense played better. I'm glad these other teams lost, and I'm in a damn good mood. Nobody's gonna ruin it.
Played really good.
I'm in a good mood, and no nitpicking is gonna ruin it. Let me have my good mood. Yeah, that's Rodney. That's all you could ask for was incremental improvement from the defense. One game to the next,
but it's been more than incremental.
Yeah,
John. It's been more than incremental. They're looking really good right now.
And you know what else too?
Leonard Moore.
Getting turnovers.
God, man.
Getting turnovers, Rodney.
So good. He is so good.
Really, he's got to stay healthy for USC, by the way. But getting turnovers is the next level. That's what I start seeing. It feels like turnovers.
Yeah, and they started that because I was thinking the same thing. I was getting frustrated.
They're like a magnet.
Right.
Once you start getting them, you get more.
Frustrated because I'm like, God, there should be some interceptions there, and then they did. They started to do it. So, man, and I totally agree with the other call. And by the way, hey, Renee Martinez, my main man. By the way, that call the other day, that was weird because he called and that other guy called, and it sounded just like each. I'm like, wait a second, did Martinez just go back in?
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's someone else. I'm like, what the hell was that? I was like, that was weird, man. That was like Twilight Zone stuff right there, man. Anyway, that was cool. But hey, good hearing from him. Man, I was just, in general, the Carr, when you play that good, or when that's your bad game, it's like, yeah, that was a little frustrating. He threw the ball today a little bit, but still, he really didn't play bad. He just didn't play great.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
So that's,
I'm not
me neither.
I'm not worried about it. I think it's a really, really good day for Notre Dame. The game ball should go to the defense. I hope it did.
Yeah,
and
they should.
I'm telling you, they're starting to fly around and look more free and physical, and they're flying downhill and they're being more disruptive.
Oh, by the way,
you're trending in the right spot.
Triori and Batello look good today, man. And Asa, Tell me Asa does not look like the next Manti Te'o.
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
he's gifted.
Yeah.
Very, very gifted. So really good day for Notre Dame, Rodney. And then we'll see what happens tonight. I guess we got to root for Miami and see how it goes.
John, can I say one more thing on the way out? By the way, all the love to Malachi Fields and Faison.
Yep.
They're so good. They're so good. And Love and Price and Love. It doesn't matter who you mention first. Those guys are special, man. But I got to tell you, John, anybody want to make a wager on how far Penn State's going to fall after this loss? Because I'll bet you it's not going to be nearly far enough.
Man,
does anybody want to make a wager?
It's really, really tough to justify that against an 0-4 team when you were favored by the amount they
John,
were.
It hasn't happened since
tough.
1985.
I mean, that's tough.
That hasn't happened since 1985. I mean, 0-4 is what was it?
So yeah, they better be penalized for that.
I'm just saying that the national media has been way too kind to Penn State. And I'm just saying, man, look, we took our blows and we deserved it when we did.
Yeah.
But it's like, anyway, I'll leave it at that, John.
Yeah, make them feel it too. I get you. Make them feel it too. Rodney, thanks a lot. Hopefully we'll see you in a couple weeks for SC.
You got it, buddy.
Have a good one. Again, you guys, a reminder. This is a good time for a reminder. We are doing the USC tailgate with the Notre Dame Alumni Association Club of Orange County. So these are all Notre Dame people that live in LA, and we're partnering together. We're going to have a big setup in the quad by Touchdown Jesus, I think east of Touchdown Jesus. Mark will tell you for sure. He knows better than me. We're having it in the quad, and it's going to be catered Portillo's, drinks, music, all the fun. If you're an Always Irish person, free of charge. You tell them I'm with John, I'm with Always Irish, and you go right in. And you can eat, you can drink, and be merry. We're going to have ourselves fun time. We're going to have ourselves a fun time, and that's for sure. We'll be right back with your calls. If you're like me, you've seen inflation eat away at your precious savings and watch the markets go unpredictably wild. This made me look into other ways to gain stable wealth over time. With that in mind, through the Always Irish community, I've been introduced to 7K Metals. 7K is helping everyday people like you and I gain access to real gold and silver, not stocks or paper promises, tangible assets. I've been able to consistently build a portfolio of gold and silver month after month without having to be an expert at all. You can simply sign up and start adding gold and silver to your portfolio every month, which is exactly what I do. I set it up, let it run, and have a little fun. It's about creating stable wealth through gold and silver. I believe in 7K so much, I decided to join as a full member. You get education, wholesale pricing that cannot be beat, easy purchasing, and cash outs with the Sound Money wallet. So if you're ready to take control of your financial future, visit my personal website, alwaysirishgold.com, via the link in the description or the QR code on the screen. You trust me, I trust 7K. Why not join today? This is not a membership, it's a movement. Silver and gold, 24 karat magic on the dome. All right, that just feels good to be able to sing again, damn it. I've waited a long time to be able to sing after that. It's my favorite part of doing it, but I can only do it when it feels right. It's got to feel right. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. 719, what's going on?
Hey, John, just wanted to say this defense looks so improved. There was flashes, finally, of the defense we had last year. That aggression, that flying to the ball, like not as bend don't break as we had been in the past. Like there was some of that last year where we would bend a little bit, not break, but it was way less. It was more defined by that aggression. And I think these young guys, I'm so happy that Golden's gotten in, and I think it benefits the team in so many ways. One, these young guys are getting reps. Two, it's showing recruits hey, if you're a 5-star, you're going to come here and play. You're not going to sit on the bench for 3 years at Alabama or Georgia because there's a plethora of you. You're going to come here and play, and you're going to develop. And yeah, we may see most of our guys leave their junior year because they're going to go to the NFL. But if you got a stable behind you, like our backs, Like, I am going to be so sad when Jadarian and Jeremiah leave next year, but like, we got guys coming up, so who cares? And they're wonderful. And that's the defense has finally felt, I think, has flashes of what we thought they were going to be all year.
Yeah.
In the, in the off
Listen,
season.
now
They're coming in, they're young.
let's be honest. I don't think it's ever going to reach last year's level of consistent play game to game of you absolutely knew what you were going to get. I don't think it's going to reach that.
Not at all.
However, we asked for like the best you could get is incremental strides game to game. They're doing more than that. And you could tell they're growing in confidence. They're feeling more free. They're flying around. They're heading downhill. They're being aggressive. They're making disruptive plays now. Whatever it was, it seems like they're settling in from it, but it's just unfortunate. You had 2 games you couldn't lose when you were in the middle of figuring this out. It is what it is.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what? If it's, I'd rather that than run the table like an Oregon and then just crap the bed. Do you know what I mean? Like there's no struggle. And I love that if we're going to have a struggle game, like in this run, if we, win the next 10 games, I want that struggle game to be now. I want it to be against a Boise who is a scrapper. Yes, they're not what they were last year, but they're going to play you to the end.
Yeah.
Like that program has no quit in it. And that's what we needed. We needed a team. We didn't need an Arkansas who, after the second half, just quit on themselves. We needed a team that's going to fight. And it was good for him. And I hope that this was CJ's hiccup game. And that's great.
Yep.
But you even saw in the game his adjustments to those things and how intelligent he is as a quarterback and the short memory of like, that one didn't look good. Guess what? I'm going to throw a completion on the next play and not let it get to him. And dang if it hasn't been a while since we've had a quarterback like that.
Yeah.
And I love all of our quarterbacks, and Angeli is great and what a trooper, but like that quick, short, like I'm good. Like move on to the next one. Like that's what you need. And man, he's just so impressive. Even on a day where he, had some like drops and, bad throws and that Pauling pass across the middle, like, man, that's your money. Hey, you were off today, but like we still won 28-7. Like he's that. And he's a freshman. Like we have at least 2 more years with this kid. Like, are you kidding me? Like, again, going back to recruiting, what does that tell these wide receiver recruits that we have?
Yeah,
like,
that's the other thing.
Wings, like thinking about us.
Really, really, really key point to all this is if you're looking at future portal wide receivers, you want to look like Malachi Fields and you're trying to recruit wide receiver, which has been a challenge for Notre Dame for a long time. Now you don't have to sell dreams no one can envision. You can put in a highlight reel of CJ Carr and go, don't you want that guy to throw you to the NFL? That's a great sell.
Yeah.
That's a great sell for the portal for regular recruiting. That is going, if it doesn't help, I don't know what will.
Yeah. And I think it's going to be, and even if like, we drop those first 2 games, that's the value of the season. I think we're going to get out of this is truly the like recruiting boost if we continue to do what we've been doing.
Yep.
And that's what's going to, and we can see that already. We can see that with a Dallas Golden and a Tay Johnson, these kids that come in that we were so excited about that we got. And even CJ Carr, like, man, we locked this kid in. We're seeing the fruits of those labors, and that's amazing. Do you know what I mean? And in the past, we had to rely on Kelly never put these freshmen in. He'd make them wait until their junior year, and they would have 2 years of just sitting on their butts, getting blisters, you know what I mean, doing nothing on the side on the bench because, well, we couldn't do that. Right? I got to put RKG in. Granted, he was a 2.5-star recruit, but man, he shows up every day, and it's like I love that for that guy. We can have 2 or 3 of those on the team, but we don't need 11 men on the defense that are like that. Like we need these kids, and they are. They're looking good. They're learning on the fly. They're making mistakes, but like they're not backbreakers, and I'm okay with that. Like they're gonna have learning growth, but like the upside that they look like, they're amazing.
Yep,
like I love that growth.
It just feels like you're trending in the right direction a little bit, especially on defense. It was just so important to be able to stack some quality appearances by the defense with everything pointing to USC in a couple weeks. Like that was the biggest thing, and you could check that box. Hey, thanks a lot, man. Really appreciate your call. Thank you.
Absolutely. And one other thing, I love James Franklin's Chris Ass impression that he did all day.
Yeah.
It was wonderful. He looks great.
It was.
He should go with Halloween as Chris Ass.
Man, I cannot wait to watch their YouTube stuff later. It is going to be the highlight of my day. If you're on hold, you're going to be on the air. I can book that. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate you getting a candle lit. Thanks a lot, Adam. You didn't have to donate that. Just everybody needs to know. If you need a prayer lit at the grotto, just let me know. Reach out to me somehow. Though usually there's somebody on campus I could text that goes and does it when they have a few minutes. Worst case, you would have to wait till the next morning when people are going to work. So, like, if that matters to you guys, I can get it done on a quick turnaround. And it's no questions asked, no big deal, no money, no nothing. I let people know I need a candle. Let them know the general idea what it's for, and they go get it done because I have that relationship with them that they'll do that. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful, beautiful thing. 618, what's going on? We got Tom coming up, Chicago's very own. We got 559 on the line and 574 local South Bend. You guys are all coming up. What's going on, 618?
I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, man.
What's going on?
Oh, hey, John, man. I wasn't paying attention. I almost had an accident, man.
Yeah, well, I was hoping that. Well, I didn't hear a bunch of sirens. And then I think you're either running from the police or you need help, and I don't like either one of those options for you.
Yeah, man. The defense looked a lot better today, man. They flying around, man. If we would have had this defense the first two games, we would have won at least one of those games.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's just so frustrating that the first two games were against those athletes and you couldn't put the defense together. It's tough.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Carr looked at he looked good today. I mean, he missed his throws, man. He having this, he doing what freshmen do,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
He's going to get through it.
Yep, I'm not worried about it at all. And I don't know. I'm encouraged by the defensive improvement. I'm not worried about Carr, and I just do the same thing next week against NC State to prepare for USC. That's the plan.
Yeah, man. I mean, right now my thing is like this. I'm happy we got through Boise. Let's go get NC State next week, and let's just see what the defense had against SC.
Yep, that's it, man. That's the next big test. So you just need to keep getting better, and that defense is going to have to make some plays against USC. So gain all your confidence in whatever you're going to do because you got a big one coming up.
And the possibility, man, we in October undefeated.
Man,
October.
You need to.
I think we in October. If we go undefeated in October, we're not losing another game this season.
Man, I kind of agree with that. I kind of want to agree with that. Although I want to see how Ash defends Navy. I want to see that before I say. I have a little anxiety about Ash's first go around against Navy at Notre Dame.
We probably around the time we get Navy probably will be ranked.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but I got to worry about 1 week at a time, man. Keep that defense getting better next week against NC State. Carr's going to have better. Carr's going to have better days. Good day for Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think we should be okay, John, man. I mean, I mean, earlier in the season, I was like, oh man, here we go, man. Here go 8-4 season, a 7-5 season, but I think we're gonna be okay, man. I think Carr's proving his worth, man. And let's just hope the defense keep getting better, man.
Yep, there you go, man. So really good day for Notre Dame, and we'll try and do it all again next week. Thanks for calling, man. Keep that rig on the road, would you?
All right, man.
Keep it between the lanes, bro. Come on. Have a good one. See ya. See ya.
All right, man.
It really did sound like he was driving like, oh, man. And the other thing that's funny to me is I picture like I heard a girl. I'm picturing like he's taking his girl out on a Saturday night. and they're supposed to be going on this nice date, but he's on hold waiting to talk to me about the game. So it kind of ruins it. Like, you agree to go out on a Saturday night and do the right thing, but you got to go all Tim Allen home improvement and ruin it by doing all the game stuff. Remember that when they were eating at that fancy restaurant for their anniversary and he's got the playoff Lions game in his earpiece? He's sitting at the table at that restaurant and he's got the earpiece in. Don't change that channel. Oh, man, I love that show. I do. 559 in and out like usual. And then we're going to give 574 and Tom some time here. 559, what's up, baby?
What up, John? How's it going, my boy?
Hey, good day to be in Notre Dame land. I'm liking it. The defense is looking a little more put together, man. I like it.
I'm telling you, one game at a time, my boy. As long as we see progression and we see progress, I think we're going to be okay. We'll let everybody else play. Let the chips fall where they fall. You know what I mean? We just got to worry about Notre Dame. That's it. Like,
yep.
I'm not even stressing. I'm not even tripping about any of that. I just look at this game as a bullet point to the defense and to CJ's Card development into the future quarterback that we're about to get out of him. I think he had that moment where, like, you know, he was bound to have a game like this. I'm glad he got this game out of the way today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next week he's gonna.
Man, I'm not worried about it.
Mistakes.
I'm not worried at all.
Yeah,
one of my narratives isn't going to be, oh, CJ Carr's regressing. No, this is what it looks like with a first-time quarterback as you go through the year. Like, and you are able to do enough defensively and in other places to support and win by that margin. It's a great day to be a Notre Dame fan. I love it. And then you look at all the other carnage. Look at all the other carnage going on around the country. Great day to be a Notre Dame guy. You got more than one victory today thanks to some of those other losses. So wonderful, great Saturday for Notre Dame.
Exactly. Now it's just Notre Dame needs to do what Notre Dame does, and that's play to our strength, develop what we got to develop, become more consistent, and execute in a lot of different areas, and we'll be fine. One thing that I got to say though, because we give a lot of Chris Ash a lot of grief. I'm glad the man has buckled down. Glad that he is very humble to the point where to be honest with you, all of us gave him a lot of shit, including myself. So you know what, Ash? Doesn't mean that I like you yet. It just means that you improved in my book.
That's fair. Dude, I think that's fair as it could be. Like, and it's fair that if you're going to give him a hard time, you also have to say when he had a good day, and his boys had a really good day. So it's perfectly fair if you're going to be frustrated when they do bad to be happy when they do good. And he's got to deserve a little credit. It can't just be when we're bad, it's all Ash sucks. And when it's good, it's the individual player and he gets no credit. That's not fair. Right? Like, that's not fair.
He's earned my respect to the point of me not calling him Ash no more. I'm calling him Ash now. Like, you know, he got that title back, Ash. So on my books, at least I'm calling him by his name now. You know what I mean? Now, another thing is 4 sacks, 4 interceptions, pressure like the whole entire third and fourth quarter. That is Notre Dame football. That is exactly what it is. Simplify it, and by increments, add what you want to add and enhance on the defense side of the ball. And then Gadulji, whatever it is that you're doing, bro, you're starting to show why you're cooking Carr up. But at the same time, Gadulji, Carr was already seasoned, my boy. Let me see you on the next quarterback. But right now, keep doing what you're doing with CJ. Keep feeding that guy the playbook. And keep making him eat. Get that guy fat to the point where he could just eat whatever he wants to eat on the defense side of the ball. Other than that, Jeremiah Love, one hell of a game. And Price. Man, Jadameon Price, boy, you look so slick, boy. You were slipping and sliding out there and you scored that touchdown. I was on my mama, my boy. That's my dog right there. We got to eat. We got some savages on this side of the ball, too. You know what I mean? How about them Irish guys? One game at a time, and let's go kick NC State. And I hope I'm at the USC game, because I think I might make it, John. I hope I see you out there, bro, because I'm going bling bling, my boy. You already know me. Bougie all out.
Have a good one. And you know what else, too? It would be the perfect for him to do all the bougie and all that stuff with the chains and everything. And he had a chain for me and my dad at the playoff game when we met him for the tailgate. he had a shot of tequila and a chain for me and my dad when we met him at the tailgate. You want to talk about like, what a guy, man. I show up and I get greeted with a chain placed on me and get some liquor. It was hilarious, man. All right. Stephanie, 42-37, Penn State, Texas, Mortu. ND, we covered. Let Silly Saturday continue. Love and price to all. I see what you did there. And I know you're struggling admitting an inconvenient truth that it is in our benefit to probably root for Miami to win tonight. And I understand the existential challenge that is to you on everything that you stand for, Stephanie. But like, we're honestly in a position where we should kind of probably want Miami to win. I know that's tough. And the other thing is I want to see it for the USC game. So I really hope you're able to come to that one. And we'll do the tailgate and have ourselves an afternoon. One more promo and we'll take another bank of calls and we'll all go watch. Every dollar matters when you run a club, bar, restaurant, or country club. Lost tabs, slow payments, and walkouts cut into your profits fast. That's why venues trust the City Cheers app. With City Cheers, guests can receive promo details for your upcoming events and open and close their tabs right from their phones. Payments are instant, your walkouts will drop, and your team saves time with fewer card runs and less hassle for everybody involved. Managers get real-time reporting and transaction tracking so you know exactly what's happening on the floor from sales to staff performance. Servers can handle more tables with less effort, boosting check averages and increasing their tips. And when your staff works smarter, not harder, morale goes up, service speeds up, and turnover goes down, creating a smoother, more profitable operation every single night. Protect your profits, empower your team, and simplify your business with City Cheers. This app is built for venues that want to win. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level, call friend of the show and loyal Notre Dame son, Tom Frawley, at 773-332-7742 today. Be sure to tell him Always Irish sent you. Chicago's very own Tex ND, man. It's been great to get to know you. I'm glad you're in the Always Irish family. My whole family loves you, especially my mother. You're wonderful, man. It's just, you're one of the latest, greatest people to come into this family that now comes to all the stuff. And you're just a great guy. We love having you in the family, bro. Can't thank you enough. 574, and then we'll give Chicago's very own some runway. What's up, 574, local to South Bend?
Hey, John, this is I'm going to read you a rule real quick here, okay?
Okay.
The roughing the passer rule protects the quarterback and other passers from unnecessary and forceful contact. And by the way, when the roughing the passer rule does not apply when the quarterback becomes a running back, tucking the ball and advancing it. Gee, I wonder if the refs knew about that damn rule.
Dude, I couldn't believe
I don't want to hear a single person or caller telling me that this game was, it was rough, but at least it was even. No one wasn't. Those refs didn't know what the hell was going on. I don't know how or when. I'm pretty sure Freeman's going to talk to somebody and say, I don't want any of those people in Notre Dame Stadium again. The way he was pissed at that roughing the passer call, I'd be too.
Dude, I love how mad you are about this. Let it rip. I love it.
No, they ruined a great game. This entire week, we have been nothing but respectful to not only to a lot of Boise State fans, but a lot of the people that took out a lot of time and money to travel to South Bend for the game. Nothing but heart and respect. Those refs ruined a good game.
Man, dude, I love this. They did a bad job. They just couldn't get out of the way. It just seemed like they were, and it made the game a rough watch, man. It was a real choppy watch.
I'm telling you, John, my dad and sister were at the game. When that second roughing the passer call was called, my dad texted me, I've never seen this stadium so mad on booing those entire refs. And you know it was bad when he was helping clean up when the game was over. He was cleaning up the trash from his section, and fans walked to the tunnel just to boo the refs when they left.
Yeah, it was rough. And you know what? I like seeing Freeman when he was losing his mind on the sideline over some of this stuff. I like it was warranted. They were doing too much. I'm just glad it didn't cost you a game. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all things considered, I'm just glad you had the margin you had. So no call at the end could totally screw the ending for you. So I'm just glad to get it over with. Collect the win and get over it. And now NC State.
I'm happy for the win. An 80% Leonard Moore is better than most corners in college football, which is amazing to see.
It's a good point.
It was really funny to hear Jason Garrett say, "Whatever you do, don't throw it to 15." And then, of course, literally the next play, Leonard Moore got his second pick.
Yeah. The defense looks way more comfortable, man. They're starting to fly around a little bit. They're playing more aggressive. They're flying downhill. They're making disruptive plays. You could feel their confidence building. This was another step in the right direction. They did a good job today.
They really, really did. I'm going to give – I still don't think Chris Ash is the one calling the plays. I'm pretty sure that's someone else. So whoever called the plays today, I give them their flowers. They did a heck of a job today.
Hey, wait, can I ask this? Let me ask this now that you bring it up. Tell me if I'm wrong. I don't want to be stirring the pot if it's not accurate. I'm genuinely asking this question. Did Freeman not have a play sheet or something in his hand today that he normally does not have? Am I the only one that saw early in the game it looked like he was holding something different, or like it looked like a play sheet? I don't want to just throw that out there, but I thought I saw that.
I'm pretty sure I saw something as well. He might have passed it over to one of the assistant coaches, for maybe Mickens. I'm not sure. All I know is that when that I didn't see anything in his hands when he was screaming at the refs, telling them how roughing the passer rule is supposed to be done.
Yeah.
I've never seen him that animated, and I never seen him that animated in his entire coaching career, him being at Notre Dame. I've never seen him that visibly mad. He looked like an Italian guy yelling at somebody for putting a wrong ingredient in a pasta sauce.
Yeah, it was good to see. And so whatever, I'm glad it's over. And that defense, man, you got to give them credit. I was expecting incremental improvement, and they're taking bigger steps than that. And you could argue that the bar was really low because of the first 2 weeks. So, like, how are you judging it? They're doing about as good from where they started. They're about as far along as you could be for where they started. That's where I'm falling on this.
I almost want to say, and this is just my take. I don't know if maybe I'm wrong about this. They're playing a lot more simple. These are not only 5 for 4-star athletes on that field. They're super intelligent people. So all of these confusing zone coverages that we played in the first 2 games, those are out the window. Play simple, man, pressure football, the strength that this old team was used to a year ago, and the results should prove it themselves.
Yeah. Overall, though, really, really successful day for Notre Dame. And you got some help around the country. It is just a really successful day for Notre Dame football, and I love Saturdays like this.
I have to say, I am so sorry to the UCLA fans who didn't even want to go to that game. Did you even see the stands?
Yeah, I did.
There were maybe a handful of people. So congratulations to the 30 people who were still fans of that football program and got to see an awesome game.
Yeah.
And at the end of the game, they carried the coach on the field.
Rudy. Yeah. It was, that whole thing was bizarre. And man, it is going to be rough. I am going to end my night watching nothing but YouTube Penn State coverage. It is going to be so enjoyable. All those people that ran their mouths, all the media that sold you all summer, they were the number one team. Like everybody, it is just, it's very, very interesting. Anything else on the way out, man? I appreciate the intensity.
Oh no, that game, I get used to looking at highlights during the week just to pump me up for the following game. I'm not even probably going to watch the highlights because they're just going to remind me of how badly this game was officiated. But no, today's game was awesome. My upset pick of the week was correct. I figured Florida was going to upset Texas, which we needed. That was great. But, man, the argument's done. No team in college football has a better running back room than Notre Dame.
No, that's true.
Nobody.
That's true.
That Price run was an absolute beauty.
Yeah.
But it also might be a sign that he's not coming back next year if he's going to keep playing this good.
Yeah, it is. And that's going to be something we're going to have to see how it works out. So yeah, man, hey, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. I hope I'll see you at the USC event, man. I know you're local. You don't have no excuses. I know you're local to town. Come see your boy in the quad, baby. Come on.
I was lucky enough to get the Green Yeti Cup today, by the way, so I'm pretty pumped about that.
There you go. Well, bring it over to the old tailgate and see your boy. I'll talk to you. Have a good one.
I will be at the USC game, so I hope to see you there, John.
Well, I'm gonna be there. You got to come to the tailgate. Find me. No excuses. Find me.
I will. Thank you, John.
Have a good one. Give me a call during the week. I like that guy's energy, man. I like that energy. Chicago's very own coming up, 574 as well. 574. I want to make sure you get on. It's been a long time since we spoke, and we need to catch up. Beefs, $5 hour. Sorry, I left for a few minutes. Locked on Penn State and the chatter out of their minds. You know what else I realized? When I looked up Penn State postgame stuff after the loss to Oregon, bro, you think we have a lot of outlets like me and Brian and Blue and Gold and Irish Illustrated and whatever? You think we have a lot? They have like 20 different brands and newspapers and everything that all have their own shit, way more than us. And I thought we were saturated. Bro, they got a ton of media covering Penn State. Thanks a lot, Beef. Solely $5 hour. Hats off to Ash. He stepped up. So happy to see the D playing much better. Great game holding them to 7. Yeah, you put together a bunch of quarters of really, really pretty good football. Chicago's very own. Tom, it's a good day to be a Notre Damer.
Oh, you better believe it. 574, previous caller. Thank you for going after that ref. So to answer your question from the beginning of the call, beginning of the show, remember years ago, if it was a conference team that no matter what conference it was, if they came in, it was a split crew between them, whatever conference, and then the Big Ten. That's who used to cover Notre Dame, right? So now we do know that the officiating in the ACC has been piss poor for at least the last 2 seasons that I can remember. I mean, bad officiating. So, it's up to the athletic director at that point, and you got to put whatever allegiance Notre Dame still has with the ACC, no more of that crap, Ola.
Yeah.
Even though that wasn't them today, it was the Mountain West or whoever what conference is that?
Yeah, a bunch of people told me it was a bunch of different crews, so I'm still waiting for somebody to verify it. Somebody said it was ACC, but I didn't think it was.
Yeah, and see, here, regardless, it's just to have that. So 27 penalties in a game, and it takes the piss right out of the game. There's it stops momentum on both sides, egregious as they were. And it's like, I'm looking at it. But anyway, we all talked about that. There's nothing we can do about it. I didn't catch Marcus Freeman's press conference. I hope Monday. I know they're not supposed to say anything about the officiating. They're not supposed, but he needs to throw them a little bit of shade because it was bad. And look, the takeaways, the good stuff. Boy, now you're starting to see Marcus Freeman's magic, which is his recruiting, right? You see it in the defensive backfield. You see it in the linebackers. The more that KVA sees KVA and Sneed played a marvelous game, as did Traore. Oh my God! And you notice what they did with Traore. He's not playing on the inside shoulder gap anymore. He's playing on the outside. That's where he belongs. So does Bryce Young. So there's been adjustments since the first 2 ball games. There's no question there's been adjustments. And as far as Marcus Freeman carrying that little sheet when he was on the sidelines, and there was times when he was on the headsets, I would bet my life on it that he is a lot more involved in the defensive scheme and calls than we know about. I can't wait for that to come out. At some point, maybe it'll be in the offseason after they kick can ass.
Yeah, hey, I gotta give them credit, Tom. They're getting better, and from the place they started from, as bad as it was, like they are better than where I thought they would be by now. So the key to me is you got to keep getting better and better, trending up in the USC, because that is your next that is your Super Bowl. Is that game? You better trend up next week, keep it rolling at home, and then get ready for that.
I'm glad you brought that up because of the fact that, look, that it's going to be a battle, CJ versus CJ at quarterback next week. That's CJ Bailey. He's silky smooth. He can move. He can move the pocket, and he can rifle. So that's going to be a good test getting ready for Maeva and USC. This next 2 weeks is our season.
Yep.
We get over the hump and get out of the next 2 weeks with W. Well, next week is our season, right? We can't look beyond it next week, but really the next 2 weeks makes it all. And then hopefully, here's what happened in today's, I don't even call it a game. It was a scrimmage, right? Because of these damn refs. The playing time that the young kids on defense got. I didn't even so much as pay attention to the offense as I did to the defense because of how many people they were rolling in. I mean, my God, Tate Johnson, he flies to the football. And I noticed a couple of times they were kind of circling him. I don't listen to Garrett, so I don't listen to the broadcast, but I watched where they were circling him, where he's not taking a quarterback's fake. He's staying home. So he's being coached up. That's very exciting. Then with Schuler back there and Leonard Moore, I mean, and the way they get to the football now and fundamentally tackle. I still have question marks about Christian Gray. But you know what? You know what I'm talking about. It's a little frustrating. We can't have it perfect all the time, but to have that caliber of talent as underclassmen, boy, is that a nucleus going forward. So as long as they stay healthy and they're on the upswing, I want them to get hot in the last 4 games of the season. Be undefeated going into the last 4 games and get hot at the right time.
Yep, that's it,
we're
man.
Play for the playoffs.
So really, really good day in Notre Dame land, and then you got another tough opponent where you're gonna have to play good football to win next week too. Like I know people crap on our schedule, but you got to show up every damn week, man. Every week.
Well, there's a lot of parity in college football, right? And regardless of what. So you got 5 good teams in the SEC, maybe 6. You got 4 or 5 in the Big Ten. All right, you made your point. Whatever. Good. It's still in all. I'm sitting here watching this Florida State-Miami game right now. I'll tell you what, Miami has not seen an offensive line like Florida State yet this year. Those are some big boys. This is going to be a slobber knocker to the end. So there's a lot of teams that are going to lose. I got to cheer for Miami tonight and Texas A&M.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. But, there's no runaway favorites right now. So just keep winning, survive, win and survive. That's all we got.
That's all you can do.
John, go take more calls. God love you. Go Irish. We'll talk to you during the week. Okay.
Have a good one, buddy. I'm just glad. Oh, I know how he loves his Irish. I'm happy for him. He can go out and have some fun tonight. $5 holler. Hats off to Ash. Stepped up. Happy to see the D playing better. I already did that one. 574. You're coming up. John, please say the dogs. I'm talking about the dogs. I'll do it today because I'm in a good mood, man. I got some of the singing mood back, and I'm not too good to be saying the dogs and make that dumb face. That is too bad we're not fighting dogs. Tyler, how about it? When Carr has his rookie year game, our defense comes through and looks like the vintage one. We know. Couple TDs left out there, but wow, what a good game and a good win. It's exactly what you wanted it to be. Where Carr doesn't have to be the hero. He doesn't have to be near perfect or have his A+ game to be able to win. You do what you need to do. I have no worries about Carr. He's going to be totally, totally fine. He's going to be fine. The dogs. He's going to be fine. 574 Skate Rat. It sounds like some band from like the early 2000s or something that my friends are like, oh, bro, did you get the new Skate Rat CD? And I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. And they're like, you're not cool unless you get the Skate Rat. I would call, but I know the line is too long. Looks like the defense is getting better. Hopefully. I think Carr's gonna get them receivers on signing day. I'm serious, man. It's gonna help it all. You're actually gonna be able to attract a different level of receiver that is going to see him and be like, yeah, I want that guy to throw to me. What's it been lately? Come here so Riley Leonard can lower his shoulder and you can block? Or like it's just a tough sell, man. So 574, what's going on? We haven't talked since July. Let's catch up.
What's going on, Johnny?
Man, a lot's going on. A lot's happened in Notre Dame land, and you just feel like you're starting to trend up a little bit, and the defense is starting to play better, and Carr's going to have better days, but I'm not worried about him. So what do you think? Great day, in my opinion.
Yep.
Now, I don't want to nitpick it to death. You got exactly what you needed and extra help from other teams around the country. That's a perfect afternoon.
Yeah, this is Phil Haig for the people in the chat room. But hey, first off, real quick, I'll be quick and out. I know you got a bunch of callers.
Wait a second. Wait. Do you call from other numbers? Because there's no way you guys haven't called since July. There's no way.
This is the same number I've always called, John. I don't know what's going on with your system.
No way. All right. Sorry I interrupted. Go ahead.
No, I was actually trying to get my wife or my dad to call on the way home from their phone because they've never called. So I was hoping they would put me right on the line, but I don't know. They were too chicken shit to get on the line. But anyways, I want to give a quick shout out to my dad. I talked to my dad. My dad's 65. He retired, and he hasn't been to a game in 27 years. And I've been trying for forever to talk him into going to a game with me. And I finally broke the ice, and he went to the game today. So I gave him, the full tour of the campus and everything before the game. And that was awesome for him to get up there and get back at campus, because he used to take me to games when I was young. But no, I think it was a great game overall. We got the win. The first half made me very nervous. Carr missed, he made some rookie mistakes in the first half. He missed a wide open receiver, and I'm sure he was the first one to eat himself up over those mistakes.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Listen, if you're going to have a week where your new starting quarterback isn't like absolutely on point, then this was a good one to have it, I guess, because the defense did enough to keep the score down and you were able to do enough on the ground that you didn't need the guy to be perfect. And I have no worries about Carr, and I'm going to take the win and feel good about it for once, damn it.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
You knew it was a matter of time before he started making some mistakes. So everybody can admit our defense the first couple of games was horrendous, and to hold them to only 7 points on defense and ever since the second half of the Purdue game, our defense has been a hell of a lot better than it was. And so I think improvements are made. We're going to find ways to nitpick at Chris Ash and the decisions he makes on defense, and we'll see where it goes from here. I'm not my jurisdiction is still not in as far as what my grade is on his defensive calling is, but we're making progress, and I feel good where we're at. The Price and Love in the backfield, I think we got the best combination backfield in the nation. I'll tell you one thing for sure: when Jeremiah Love went and he laid on the ground grabbing his knee, dude, I was nervous as freaking hell.
Yeah.
I thought, oh gosh, here we go again. It's every year we got a running back that has a serious injury. I was very nervous, but thankfully he got up and got off the field there.
Yeah, that caught a break on that one, for sure. So, Phil, I'm in a good mood. I got the biggest thing I was looking for wasn't can the offense score 50 today? It was can the defense continue to improve, right? Like that was number one on my things I want to see today. It wasn't putting up another 50 spot. It was can that defense maintain? Can they go another week with me being like, okay, you're going in the right direction? And they did more than that. Good job. Good job.
I hope so. I'm sitting here, I'm looking at the stat sheet, and Jeremiah Love, ran for 103, and the leading the back for Boise ran for 39. Carr only threw for 189 versus Madsen's 215. And there's always room for improvement. Always. We got to clean up some of these penalties, stupid penalties.
Yeah.
They got to clean some of that crap up. And Christian Gray, he's getting better, but he's got to learn, to get out ahead of the receiver. I'm tired of him. He gets beat, and then he immediately has to grab onto the jersey to think, that's going to help him catch up. He's got to stop doing that. The stupid roughing the passer call on Boise, that drove, that stadium, inside the stadium, John, that stadium was, just crazy. That was the worst stupid roughing the passer call I've seen in forever. That stadium went nuts for a long time after that call was made.
I'm glad.
Yep, and deservingly so. But hey, I'm going to get off the line here because I know you got a bunch. I just want to say a couple of real quick things here. You got a USC tailgate coming up here in a couple weeks, and I have a whole crew of people coming up. We're going to take 2 or 3 vehicles, and anybody that's never been to any of your tailgates has to get to that tailgate. You guys put on a heck of a show. It's a great time, and people's got to get to your tailgate, and if they're going to come to Indy, that's the one that sounds like they need to get to. I expect all the regulars to be there. Mark, Ryan, J-Card, Nick, TXND, CNEP, all the regulars. I'm sure I'm missing people out because I'm trying to be quick here, but everybody needs to be there. So with that, I'm going to let you go, and y'all have a good night. We got the W, boys.
Hey, Phil, thanks a lot, man. Appreciate the promo. Can't wait to see all you guys. It's going to be great to see you again. I'll see you in a couple weeks, buddy.
All right. Love all you guys. The chat room's the best podcast chat room ever. I love everybody in the chat. Love all you guys. Have a good night.
Have a good one, Phil. Notre Dame people are in a good mood when they get on the phones and they're like, everybody loves everybody. You know what I'm saying? Something good has happened when the callers are like, man, I just love everybody, man. It's all good. Because we don't mean it. You're just in a good mood. You finally get a few hours to not be miserable. So you just enjoy it, right? I love everybody, man. Everybody's cool around here, Oh, that's so funny. Oh, man. All right, you guys, that's going to be it. I got everybody in that was a newer-ish caller, hasn't called in a long time. I got a bunch of articles to write, videos to record, and I want to watch some of these games. So that we're going to call it there. We did, an hour and 40 minutes. It's not like it's that short, but that's going to be it. Everybody go watch these games and celebrate the win. I'm going to record a couple videos, write a few articles, and record these games and watch them when I'm done later tonight. But thank you, guys. I really, really appreciate for being here, the chats, the calls, the Patreon, all of it, man. You guys are great. Really, really solid, good day for Notre Dame. Enjoy it, and you got to do it again next week. Love you guys. We'll see you Sunday night for Goolsby and I.